Hi guys and gals and all my non-binary friends. So today I have so many feelings. I have so many feelings. As you may or may not know, there will be a presidential election coming up in like 2 to 3 months, November, however far November is from now. And I've been talking to people and members of my family and I've come to find out that some of them intend to vote for Donald Trump. And it's just like, what? And so really I'm recording this video to kind of like talk out my feelings and my thoughts and just really I'm really trying to understand. I'm not trying to excuse, right? Like I'm not trying to excuse it. I'm trying to understand it because I don't get it. I really just don't get it. And when I ask people, well, why, the answers are never, it's never enough. You know what I'm saying? Like it's never good enough to where it's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And of course, what makes sense to me might not make sense to them, and what's rational to me might not be rational to them. But if I'm asking you why you're choosing to do that, and your answer is, oh, he's put money in my pocket, or oh, he's done good things for Christians, or oh, oh, I'm gonna be I want to be a business person, and Republicans are for business. That's it. That's all you. That's all you got. That's it. It's my thought. That's my thought. When I hear that, I'm just like, that's not good enough. It's not good enough. First of all, don't we all know that money shouldn't be like, I don't know. It's just like it don't make sense to me. And I'm trying so hard to be better. In the sense that like I really think labels can be so harmful, right? And I'm not just talking about like I'm talking about labels, you know what I mean? And me saying like calling someone, oh, you're a bigot, or you're this, that, and the third. It's like, are you actually trying to make that person understand why what they're doing is wrong, or are you just trying to make that person feel bad? You know? And the only way we can really change things is by, and it's like, everybody has the same access to the same information as I do, right? But the only way you can really get someone to understand where you're coming from is by not meeting them where they are, but like not just he's saying like, oh, this person is this, so therefore, you're this and that and third. Like if you they even say like, when racists will say like, when people call me a racist, it doesn't make me want to be less racist. It just makes me more entrenched with my feelings about whatever subject. And it's just like, whenever you label people things, it doesn't make them feel, it makes them feel bad, but it also is like, okay, well, clearly you don't even see me as me. You just see me as whatever this label you just threw at me, right? And so I've been really running this idea in my head about the fact that like, labels really aren't important. The labels you choose to label yourself, that's important, but how other people choose to identify you, that's not important, right? And so someone telling me, oh, I might vote for Trump, just because I want to label them, oh, like, oh, so you're an enabler and a bigot and you're selfish, like, that means nothing to them, right? Because they have their own rationale for why they're doing the things that they're doing. I hope I'm making sense. I'm just feeling a lot of ways, because it's just like, when he first got elected, at the time I only knew of like one family member, and we're a very close-knit family. We're big, but we're close. Like we're close, okay? And so I just couldn't believe it. And now it just seems like, because of 4 years, he's become normalized, and now people feel more emboldened, more comfortable with excusing the things that he does, and you know, going with the flow, I guess. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. And I still have hope. I still believe that people have the capacity to change and to do better and to see the error of their ways. I know I still do. I don't have all the answers. But it's hard when you're in it and you're watching the people you love make decisions that you don't really, they're making decisions that don't show the values that they've taught you. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the people that raised you, and they're not living up to the values that they taught you, and that can be very disturbing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, because to me, it's like, how do I say this? It's like people can be well-intentioned and feel like they're good people, but when it comes to actually being like thinking outside of themselves and their like personal perspectives, it can be a little hard for people to get out of their own boxes, myself included, right? And so it's just like, I don't understand how you can, I don't know, man. It's just so many disconnected thoughts and disjointed feelings, because it's hurt. I hurt. I'm hurting. I'm not hurting, but it's upsetting, I guess would be the word for it. Like, it's just, because it's just like that, what you're saying and what you're doing just seems completely different to me. Like, and it's very hard to live in your truth, right? Like, I believe, like, not believe, I understand fat phobia, I understand racism, I understand sexism, I understand classism, all those things. But I still sing to songs talking about, oh, you a broke bitch, even though I understand that that's like elitist and bullshit, and we shouldn't be kicking broke people or making people feel less than just because they don't have money, right? I still sometimes, if I get cut off and the person that cuts me off, you know, on the road is plumper than I am, oh, you fat person, even though I know that's fat phobic, and it's easy, like, it's just so easy to think something is the right way to do that, and still, because of the way that humans are and the way our brain works, because our brain is just, it has a lot of biases and it just wants to react a lot of times. And so it's hard to live in your what's the word, I guess, ideology, I don't really know what the word, live your values. It's really hard to live your values, right? Because we are, you know, we're not just one thing, we're not just all good or all bad, or it's all just messy, right? So it's just like, I want to live in my values, and I want to live in my thoughts. Like, I know I just found out that the E word for the people that live in igloos or whatever I think they're called, that the E word that is associated with those people, that's a slur. That's a slur. I just found that out. I just found out that the word savage is a slur. And I'm sorry, I did say it, but not well, I don't know if savage is like a slur, but it's offensive or whatever. And it's like, my first thoughts when I'm like, savage, no, like, I want to reject that, because it, like, that's so ingrained, especially when it comes to music. And like, when I found out that savage was an offensive word, I had like just recently got a shirt from Meg Thee Stallion with a big ass savage word on it and stuff like that. You know, Rihanna's lingerie line is literally Savage Fenty. You know what I'm saying? There's these things that are indoctrinated and just ingrained in the way we speak and the way we talk. And because of a lot of the people with the power and the people that created these languages were racist and had these biases, it's just ingrained in us, and we don't question it, because, you know, the people that raised us, the people that we think are good, are the ones that taught us these things. So we just assume that they verified it and it's okay. But that doesn't make it okay. It just, like, and that's why I say all this all that to say, like, I understand that it's hard to live in your values and see something, knowing something is wrong, but like seeing that it might have some kind of benefit, or this might be something that you've done for so long that now you don't want to change it, or now you want to go along with it because it's benefiting you, even regardless of how it's damaging other people, right? And so it's just, I guess I just wanted to talk because I have these feelings, and I don't know. Like, I literally, I wrote down, like, you know how everyone says, like, if you really want something, you need to write it down. And and when I was writing down the things I wanted to do with my life and how I wanted to live my life, one of the things I wanted to do was to fight voter suppression, right? And so voting and encouraging people to vote is very important and dear to my heart. But it's not enough. And it's like, I don't want to tell people what to do, but I want people to go out and vote. But that's all well and fine until you find out that the people that voting, that you're encouraging to vote, it's like, okay, you don't have to think like me, but are you really gonna just contribute to, like, the people that are making the world shitty? Like, are you really just gonna support the people that makes the world? What? You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. Just don't get it. I don't get how you watch, and it's like we don't all see the same thing, right? That's the thing. Like, I'm like having all these kind of random thoughts. I really hope this video makes sense because I really plan on like uploading it kind of raw. But anyway, god dang, it's like you want people to feel empowered to vote, but when you live in a world that teaches you that the only way to really have power is to oppress, and that a lot of times a lot of people's idea of success is being on top of other people, when you empower those people to vote, then a lot of times sometimes they might vote for the people that are oppressing people. And it's like, what do you do with that? Because again, I don't think that I have all the right ideas, right? But it's hard. It's just hard. It's also hard and messy, and that's what life is. Like life is just not clean cut and dry, and because of the way our brains works, we want things to be simple and understandable and digestible, and it's just not. And yeah, so that's really what I wanted to talk about. And now someone is mowing their lawn and everyone's back at home, so it's just like a lot of background noise. But yeah, I just so yeah, guys, wash your hair, wear a mask, stay at home if you can, and don't be an asshole.